Chapter 2. It's a trap. Huh? Prince mumbled as he regained consciousness. What? He appeared to be tied to a chair. No, not yet. And the room was decorated with large tribal masks. He could tell he was still in the forest by the trees he could see from the window. Now my spell is gone. The true fun has now begun, a voice whispered. His head instantly snaped to the direction of the voice. He saw the striped creature watching him from a doorway. A zebra, that's what she was. Why are you rimming? He asked her. It's freaking me out. An old curse from long ago still bothers me ever so. She shrugged. My motivation for kidnapping is to help with the problem you've been grasping. He thought for a moment. He had several problems right now. One was the pink rapist he had. The other was that he was out of shape, but he was pretty sure he could just join a gym. The only other thing he could think of was his lost memories. Can you really give me back my memories? He stammered. She turned to him and said, Yes, but for a cost to get the things you've lost. I don't have any money, he replied. No, only your services is what I need, she smirked. For me, you must do but one deed. He gulped. What kind of deed? She only grinned and pulled out more of the sparkly dust, but this time she blew it slowly. He could only watch as a small cloud drifted into his face. When he awoke again, he was in some sort of bedchamber. The only light was a small candle that caused shadows to dance across the walls. He found that this time only his front hooves were tied. Wait, I fucked that up. He found that this time only his front hooves were tied this time. He allowed himself to move his waist and legs, but not to get up. Suddenly, the door opened with a shrill creak before hitting the wall. For a moment he could see nothing, and then a hoof was suddenly on his shoulder. Eek. I'm not screaming that line. She smirked at his fear. She enjoyed scaring ponies. She liked making ponies scream, especially the fillies and colts. Of course, when she saw that this pony was an alicorn, she sprung at the chance. Maybe she could make him really scream. Prince watched in fear. She walked to a drawer and pulled something out. And when he saw it was a knife, he gave... Jeez, I keep fucking up. Oh, dear. We're just reading ahead, everyone. I'll start from the beginning of that paragraph. Prince watched in fear. She walked to the drawer and pulled something. And when he saw it was a knife, he gave what she was looking for. A blood-curdling scream. He almost fainted. He kicked, he squirmed, he even tried to chew his hoofs off, but to no avail as she came closer and closer with the wickedly sharp blade. The tip slowly and ever so delicately slid across his face. The warm blood began to seep into his coat as a slight pain before everything went black. Herm, Zachorus mumbled as the pony slumped to the side. Is playtime already done? So sad, this could have been fun. Oh, all he's awakes, but what more can he... Gurk! Zachora would have been screaming had a long tail not been constricting her throat. The tail was connected to the pony on the bed, and the pony on the bed was changing into something horrible. Crack! His body stretched and twisted as he grew in size. His snout was becoming more like a dragon's maw, and his wings growing till they towered, along with the rest of him, over her. Tentatively, a long, slender tongue... That's correct. Why am I surprised? Tentatively, a long, slender tongue reached into the small cut and tasted blood. Grar! It roared as it showed her fangs far sharper than that of the knife she used before. Slowly, it raised its head to... Poof! The small alicorn fell to the ground as he returned to his original size. Zachora sat there flabbergasted at what just happened. Man, I keep fucking up. I don't know what's wrong with me. Prince watched as the zebra mixed a few liquids and powders into a bowl. Every once in a while, she would nervously glance in his direction. He was waiting impatiently, but when she finally came over to where he was sitting. The fumes of this broth will bring back what you have forgot. It doesn't rhyme. She said as she shakily handed it to him. She dropped a second solution into the mixture, and it started to smoke instantly. He breathed in most of the fumes, and nothing. It felt exactly the same. It didn't. He started before feeling a pain in his eye. What in the world? He reached up to wipe away some tears. When he saw what was on his hand, he almost vomited. It was white, not clear but white. He ran to a mirror. He recoiled in horror. His right eye was melting. It fell on the floor with a sickening plop. He stared at the chocolate brown eye laying on the floor, and then he looked up at the mirror. Ah, he mouthed. In place of his old eye was a glossy amber dragon one. Author's note. Wow, what a twist. $5 says no one could guess why he has a dragon's eye.